I hope everybody is having an amazing Monday. Today is Money Monday. So today is Money Monday. You guys know I just started doing this thing where I'm titling my days of the week. And I wanted to come and chat with you guys a little bit in regards to business. Of course, you guys know I am the owner of Elite Hair Care USA. I'm also the owner of Elite Total Body Care. My husband owns Flames Up and Lavish Event Center. So we are just a money family. You got to speak life into your business, you guys. Even if you're not making any money right now, you got to speak life into what is considered your business, right? So if you guys saw the picture for my thumbnail, it is a picture of my money in my bag. And the reason why I use that because, you know, when people see money, the first thing people, ooh, what's that? What's going on? Either they're going to say, ooh, what's that? What's going on? Or, ooh, she too show off. Right? But at the same time, if you're not thinking about business, you're not thinking about life, you got bills to pay, you got kids to feed, you got summer camp to pay for, you got lights to pay, you got your mortgage to pay, you got your car note to pay. You got all these things happening, yet you're not worrying so much about anything because money is the root to all of this and all of that and all of this and all of that. So I said, you know what? Today's the day that we're going to talk a little bit about business as far as hair care. I know you guys are so used to my hair care videos, and I'm not against doing any more hair care videos. Of course, I'm going to always do my hair care videos. But I also believe in breathing life to new entrepreneurs and building new businesses, right? Good morning. So first things first, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to my channel and also turn on your post notifications so you guys know when I am on live, okay? Last night, I want to know, let's do this. I'm going to take a little poll. If you watched the Floyd Mayweather and whomever somebody fight last night, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. So only one person watched the fight last night? I thought I was the only person that didn't watch it. Anyhow, this morning, I was riding in my car. Okay, here you come. Your mouth is still. This morning, I was riding in the car and I listened to, sometimes I listen to talk radio. Sometimes I listen to regular radio. Anyhow, they were talking about the Mayweather fight last night. And I want to use this as a learning tool for a lot of you, okay? So apparently the guy at Mayweather, they call him Money Mayweather because he's all about the money, okay? There's nothing wrong with saying you like to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. So the guy that Mayweather fought last night, apparently that guy paid Mayweather $1.5 million initially before this fight thing even came about because he wanted to do what we call a shuffle in the ring with Mayweather. He paid $1.5 million just to say that he was in the ring with Floyd, and of course I would spit my food out. Excuse me, with Floyd Mayweather, and he saw the value in Floyd to pay him 1.5 mil. So Floyd looked at it and said, well, hold up. If you pay me $1.5 million to be in the ring with me just to kind of shuffle, why we can't turn this into a business opportunity and I can turn around and make between $20 and $100 million and you can make about $20 million and we just gonna make a check together. Now, business people, that is how business people think. The average Joe would have taken that 1.5 million, did what he had to do and moved on with his life. Instead, he thought of how to make more money using the little bit of money that he had been given. Okay? Showtime, you notice that they did not do the fight on pay-per-view. They did it through Showtime. Why? Because Showtime was the one that was paying all the money out. And Showtime stood to make 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 million dollars from this fight. And Mayweather would get paid from that. Well, apparently Showtime crashed last night on the app. So they're going to have to refund a whole bunch of people hundreds of millions of dollars. But they still came out in the plus. Okay? So I want you guys to look at this opportunity and what I'm about to say, where he sees the opportunity to make more money. He didn't just take the couple pennies that they were paying him. He decided that he was going to take the big whop and he's going to reinvest that money to make more money. We are not taught this. When we are taught how to make money, we are taught how to spend money. We are taught how to literally give that money away to someone else for them to now invest that money and make more money. When yesterday was a big learning thing for me. I learned a lot this morning by just listening to talk radio when they said, instead of him just taking 1.5 million and going to live up his best life with his other millions, he said, well, I'm going to take this boy, I'm going to make him money, I'm going to make me money, this money, and I'm going to reinvest this 1.5 million and now make or stand to make $100 million. That is business, you guys. That is business. I've seen countless comments on my channel where the first thing somebody will say is, oh, you just doing these videos to make money. Well, sweetheart, let me explain something to you. I am not a nonprofit. I am a for-profit. Now, do I work for my profit? I do. Do I believe in investing and making more money and learning how to keep my money and make my money work for me? I do. And a lot of you do not think that way. Some of you are so complacent with working that 9-to-5 job. Y'all are so complacent. If that job is paying you $85,000, you are okay. You are living comfortably. Life is good. I am straight. And then when the pandemic hit, a lot of you that was making that 6-figure salary or that $85,000 salary, and you've been working for your job for 20 years, 25 years, you're 3 years away from retirement, 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. You drive that nice BMW. You drive that nice Mercedes based on your salary. And you're okay with that. And then when the pandemic hit, a lot of you learned that you had no value in the first place. Because your job of 5 years, 10 years, 16 years, 47 years, 5 years from retirement could easily look at you and let you go. And you had no plan on the back end whatsoever to be able to sustain your life. You know when people say you're a middle class family, you know middle class is one paycheck away from broke. That's considered middle class. Middle class families, the definition of a middle class family is one paycheck from broke. The love of money is the root of all evil. It is written. Absolutely, Jacqueline. The love of money is the root of all evil. Absolutely. But you can love to make money. You can love to make money. And that's where people get that misconstrued. Okay? Because in this world, without money, you can do nothing. You cannot go and pick a fruit off of anyone's tree and think that you are going to get away scot-free forever and feed your family. So while I am a full-on Christian, while I read the Bible, while I understand the love of money is the root of all evil, yes, you should not glorify money, but loving to make money is okay. Okay? Because if the love of money is the root of all evil, I can guarantee you got a job, right? You either work for someone or you work for yourself, right? And if you don't get paid, are you happy? If you don't get paid, are you happy? We are taught to live and walk in the word, right? Absolutely. But if your job fired you today and your standpoint is the love of money is the root to all evil, then you should not be working. Okay? You should be living off of the birds and the bees in the sky. You should be. If that is the notion you live on, you should not have a job. You should not have $1 in your pocket. You should not even be thinking about walking in the grocery store and wanting to try the kibbles and bits for your dog. Okay? So while I'm nowhere near against any part of the Bible, it's the interpretation. Everybody is going to interpret it different. And my interpretation is, of course, you should not materialize money. Money should not be everything. That is what the Bible says. Do not idolize your money. Do not be materialistic with your money. But you can love to make money. And when you make that money should sustain you and also help your brother or sister. You didn't read that part though. And I'm not aiming at my person here. By no means. I'm just using what you said because people think that way. Exactly. God does not want us to be broke because you're paying your pastor right now in real life. Okay? Your pastor's parking spot outside, he got a Lincoln. He got a truck. He got a nice car. He come to work in nice suits. You know why? Because you are paying your pastor just the same. He has to sustain too. And he is a part of the flock. So I want everybody to get their mindset out of that, the love of money. Yo, you should not idealize money. You should not materialize money, but you should definitely use that money to sustain your life and help another person. That is a part of the Bible. And what Floyd Mayweather did last night, because I want to get off topic, what Floyd Mayweather did last night is a lesson to every African American want to be entrepreneur, current entrepreneur, or past entrepreneur. You know why? Because we as African Americans are not taught those valuable lessons that the white race or Caucasian or Chinese or Vietnamese or whoever other culture that is not African American is taught. Jacqueline, hold that for yourself, baby. I know it took you about 5 minutes to put that together, but just hold that for yourself, sweetheart. We're not going there. I said what I said, and that's what I said. Period. How you interpret and how I interpret is going to be two different things. But like I said, we are not taught these things about investing our money. We are not taught these things about making our money work for us. You know what we are taught? If you look at Rodeo Drive right now, South Beach right now, Fifth Avenue right now, do you know that there are more African Americans on these streets right now spending their money that they don't have right now? You know why? Because we to glorify being on these streets and spending this money because we've watched the other races being able to do it. But you know why they're able to do it? Because they've invested their money, and this is the money that they got to play with. This isn't their paycheck. This is not their paycheck. They were given these valuable lessons of making your money work for you, investing your money to make it work for you. And then that extra money that you made from that investment is what you use now to go and do whatever you want to do. Your frivolous spending, your vacations, your trips, not your paycheck. During the pandemic, when everything shut down for 3 to 4 months, there were people literally scraping, crying, bawling. There was so much suicide committed between those 4 months because you know why? We're not given those valuable lessons. And then when you have people like myself or anyone else who's out here giving out good word to say, listen, don't be scared to go and do that business now. Don't be scared to take your $5, $10 here or there and start this business right now. Don't be scared. Scared money makes no money whatsoever. Okay? Don't be scared to go and invest that little $5 into something that can make you $5 million 10 years from now. But you'll go and invest your entire life, your entire being into a 40-hour-a-week job. You will invest your entire being into that. You will invest your entire being to give in a job 30 years just so they can give you a pension of $900 a month. Listen, baby, I'm not talking right now. I'm not speaking facts. You will invest 40 hours a week of your being, 52 weeks a year, 365 days, including the weekend, to a job that is going to you're going to give them 30 years, and they're going to make hundreds of millions of billions of dollars for you to make $900 a month after you retire. Sweetheart, I'd be damned. You're very misinformed if that is the case. I'd be damned. Mm-mm. 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 I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna be the one to enlighten everybody. Okay? Because all these businesses that we're passing right now, if I pass 30 businesses right now, out of those 30 businesses, maybe 2 are of African American descent. People don't know where you come from. You've been doing this since I met you in Santa Fe. Blessings to you, my baby. Thank you. I knew at a young age that I was not going to work for somebody. My husband knew the same thing. I think we were destined for each other because we had the same outlook on life. We had multiple jobs. It felt like you were never going to pay me enough. And by a certain age, it was like, I won't work another 9 to 5. You wouldn't pay me to do it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. By the age of 23, I did not have another corporate job, and I would never go back to one either. If one business fails, I'm going to start another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Because I see my mother work for the United States government. My mother is a federal employee. I love my mother to death. My mother is a federal employee. I am 34, about to be 35 years old. My mother has given 31 years to the federal government. And I saw my mother's paycheck. And baby, what my mother makes in fucking 4 weeks, excuse my language, I shouldn't have said that, in effing 4 weeks, because that right there just really twisted up my mind. What my mother makes in 4 weeks, I can do that in half a day. I can do that in an hour if I run a sale. And my mother worked hard. My mother works hard. You hear me? But best believe, the where I'm at now, my mother, she can already retire. She just chose not to. But when my mother officially retires, she's going to retire not caring about the little Social Security and the little pension they're giving her, because I'm going to retire her a second time. I promise you that. I will retire my mother a second time. Mark my words, today. I will retire my mother a second time. And when I say retire her a second time, meaning 30 days, not 30 years, and you're going to make the same amount of money without having to lift a finger, and you will never have to look back and worry again. I will retire my mother a second time. I will build my father a house from the ground up. Period. I'm putting it in, and I'm telling you now. Because this is what I tell my daughters. This is what I tell my son. I'm like, listen, I'm going to teach you how to make your money work for you so you don't got to work for somebody else. And this is exactly what I learned this from a fight, you guys. I was just sitting there and I'm just like, really? Beyonce did the same thing. When Beyonce did that homecoming thing, I forgot what channel she did it. I think it was Netflix. Instead of her taking the payday, she told Netflix that she wanted to invest hers into some shares of something. However that story went. And do you know those shares almost quadrupled? I don't even know the words to use. And she made maybe 30 times, 40 times, 50 times, 100 times over what they were going to pay her, because she was smart and she used her money to make more money. See, a lot of y'all will sell y'all soul for that 40-hour-a-week job. I'm not it. And I'm not telling you to get up and go tell your boss to kiss your ass right now. I'm not doing that. I'm telling you right now to get up, and whatever that idea was that you had in your mind, today is the day you need to start breathing life to that idea. Whether it be you start the groundwork of just getting a name for your business, but you got to do something. And a lot of y'all want this overnight business, and there's no such thing as an overnight business. You want to be an overnight success. You want to be an overnight success. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to do the work. You don't want to do the groundwork. Floyd Mayweather was not born a boxer. He had to train every single day. He still does to this moment, every single day. He still trains to this moment. You know why? Because your job is not done. You are never 100% perfect. You will never have to not work again. That does not happen. Even when you have someone running your company for you, you still got to manage it on the back end. You know how many jobs I got fired from? Because I'm a very outspoken person. I don't care. I remember my job at SeaWorld during the summer. I was in high school. And I'm working this job for this little $7 an hour. I'm bucking up and down. I have my little car. I drove 30 minutes to work every single day. Okay? I remember. Oh, do I remember? And it was a summer seasonal job, and then they would take you on as full-time later on. So I remember the lady calls me to the back, and she's like, Crystal, mind you, it's an African-American lady. She was the proprietor for our location. She's like, Crystal, you know, we really like you. We appreciate you working with us, but we feel like your work ethic is just going down. I feel like you when you come to work, you look like you don't want to be here. And we're just not going to extend you seasonally to full-time or part-time. We're not going to do that again. So when the season is over, we're just going to go ahead and let you go. And I looked at her and I blinked my eyes. You know, I was young. I was like 16, 17. I looked at her, I blinked my eyes, and I was like, okay. She's like, this is what I'm talking about. This right here is what I'm talking about. You're not enthused. You're not showing any type of enthusiasm. You're not showing any type of want for this job. Because in my mind, I was like, well, sweetheart, my goal was already that I wasn't going to be working for anybody at 20. I mean, I'm only a couple years away. That was that's how she looked at me. She's like, this is what I'm talking about. She talked to me like she was my mom, because she would treat me that way. And she was just like, this is what I'm talking about. Because I gave her this look like, oh, okay. So when I left that job at SeaWorld, life goes on. It went on and on and on. And Crystal ends up having her 3 children. She has her family. And about a year or two ago, we decided to go to SeaWorld. The kids wanted to go see Shamu or the orcas or whatever, right? And when I get there, I see this lady. And I'm looking at the lady, and I'm looking at the lady, and I'm like, I know this lady. And when I look at her real good, it's the same supervisor that let me go when I was in high school as the proprietor at that location. And in my mind, I was like, I'll be damned if I'm going to give SeaWorld 30 years of my life. And I know she had the capabilities of opening something of her own, whether it be some sort of tourist thing, something. People don't think like that. They think like, I'm okay right here. And I can guarantee you, when SeaWorld started doing their hundreds of thousands of employees of layoffs, you were more than likely one of the names that they thought about on that list, no matter how much time you gave them. And this is what I'm saying. It's just like, at the end of the day, it's like, is this all you want? Like, do you know that white people teach their children how to save and invest their money before they even go into school? Some, not all. Some, not all. Do you know that they are afforded way more opportunity than we are? We are taught to rob Pierre to pay Paul, and then rob your cousin Kamisha to pay Paul's wife, because Paul had got it from his wife and Paul decided not to pay his wife back. We are taught that. We are taught this. We're not taught, hey, you know what? Why don't you go to the bank and start investing in mutual funds? Or why don't you go and put some of your money into an IRA? Why don't you go and do this? Why don't you go and do that? Why don't you get a 401k for your child when they are younger? Yes, you have to start it in your own name, but start it for your child. Why don't you go and start investing in savings bonds for your children in the islands? Because they gain more they get more capital gain in foreign countries than they do in the US. Why don't you go and make sure that you start a college fund for your child from the day that they're born? And even if you drop $10 a week into that college fund, that's $40 a month. You do $40 a month times 12. 12 times 4, that's $480 a year that you put into a college fund when your child is at the age of 0. So when they get to the age of 18, you already have 3/4 of their college money sitting there waiting for them, so that they don't have to go and work 7 jobs in college. So that they can focus on becoming that doctor, lawyer, teacher, or nurse. Okay. It's Money Monday, y'all. It's Money Monday. Okay. So I hope you guys took this word as more encouragement than anything else. I hope you guys took this word as more encouragement than anything else. Because I am firm on believing that we are destined for greatness, and you cannot be destined for greatness investing your entire life into someone else. Letitia, you said some whole thing. Hold on. Letitia said, because they work together, even if they don't get along. Us black people don't want to help each other. Every other culture works together. If I know better, I help. That's very true. We are crabs in a barrel. African Americans are crabs in a barrel, and we were not built this way. Chinese people will literally sleep all in one house, wear the same clothes every day for a year if they have to, and turn around and open 37 Chinese restaurants, every beauty supply store, every wholesale place, and dominate the market, and they do it together. Indians who own liquor stores and such, they will build one, and then they will literally trickle their license down to the others so that you can now open your liquor store and their liquor store and then her liquor store and then her liquor store, and they keep the money running in their family. Not us. Not us. We don't want to do that at all. We don't want to grow. We don't want to build together. We want to stun on each other. We want to show. Hey, y'all. You were just waiting on the little compliment for your cousin to say, girl, I like that back. Yes, girl. It's from Tory Burch. Oh, you like my shoe? Girl, I got them on sale at Louis Vuitton. Just let me know when you want to get something. I got my sales rep. I'll put you on to her. We'll put each other on to that just to shine on each other. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, girl, you know, Johnny just got me a new car, girl. He's so good to me. Girl, Johnny's so good to me. Yeah, girl. I told him I wanted it, and he bought it. And now you in the back of your mind, you being envious as hell yourself, because you sitting here saying, well, I want a car like that too. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So like I said, you guys, I just want everybody to receive this word as motivation. Today is Money Monday. I want everybody to have that thought process that you are going or you are coming here to make more money. Okay? All right, you guys. I will see everybody in the next live. Hope everybody has an amazing Monday. Bye. Hey, how are you? I'm picking up a Western.